consider 5,000, 10%.
I will. All right, Mr. Costas, your bond is 5,000, 10% on this file. Your court date is the 12th at 1 p.m. And
Release.
you got that?
Yes.
All right, and that court date next week is live in my courtroom.
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions for counsel before we let you go?
No.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
And that brings us to Brown. Go ahead, counsel.
Neighborhood defendant, this is the right by name, we have Mr. Brown, who stands to my right. Mr. Brown, please state your name.
Nicholas James Brown.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown is here for probable cause conference. An offer has been made, and I have not had a chance to review the discovery that was sent.
You know, bump it out to the same date? Which was what? 26th?
6 at 9:30. Judge Patton's.
9:30, was it? All right, and bond will be continued on this file.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Brown, just give us a minute. We'll get you a paper notice. That it, counsel? Thank you. Have a great afternoon. Brian, is it Thiessen? Tyson, come on up. All right, so I've got two files. I've got a fail to yield for emergency responder, and I've got equipment violation. My understanding is you're going to plead responsible to an added charge of impeding traffic, and both charges would be dismissed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we've already got $400 in bond money. Is that correct?
Yes.
On the two files? Okay. All right. All right. Anything you want me to know before I decide what your fines and costs should be?
No.
All right. So I'm going to dismiss the equipment violation, and that bond will be returned to you. That's the 150 bond. And on the fail to yield, I'm going to reduce that to an impeding traffic and apply the bond and close the file. Do you understand that?
400 would go to the.
250 I'm going to keep on the one file. 150 is going to go back to you.
Okay.
Got it? Any questions?
No.
Go downstairs, hang out by the cashier, and they'll call your name when they're ready for you.
All right.
Go right to the cashier.
Just walk slowly and go to the cashier and she's all ready for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Morning, Judge.
Morning, counsel.
How are you?
Good. What do you got?
Ms. Staples?
Staples? And are you ready?
Yes.
Come on up. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Paul Stavlin appearing on behalf and with Ms. Staples, standing to my right.
Do you have a plea agreement?
No, Judge.
All right, what are we doing today?
I'm asking the court to give us another pretrial date. We need to do the agreement. Regarding the agreement, the state reviewed this.
Done.
Yeah.
How far out you want to go? Pick a Wednesday.
But I'm wondering if we could have 6 weeks,
Sure.
because some things that Mr. Muhammad and I want to do.
March 19?
Fine.
Give me a time. March 19th.
And-
March 19th.
Morning.
19th, do you want early morning or later morning?
I would rather have early morning.
8:45.
Joe,
Yes.
see that sunlight hitting that next
That's what I'm about to say.
This March 19th, 8:45.
Yep. All right, counsel, I'm assuming your client is a good candidate for a personal bond.
Yes, Judge, she's full time. Never been in trouble.
Where are you working?
Yeah, imagine that.
And this is simple. But from the first time that she and I met, it was.
It's been a while.
And we've stayed in contact, just waiting for the process.
Good.
Play out.
Good.
See today.
Okay, sure. All right, Ms. Staples, I'm gonna put you on a personal bond. First condition's pretty obvious, stay out of trouble. Second one's pretty obvious, be in court on that court date. Third one, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. That means no alcohol, no marijuana. Got it? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you screw up on bond? Questions? Counsel, anything else?
No.
If you want a paper notice, stick around for a minute. We're gonna get you a paper notice. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You guys got something ready?
Yeah, it is up there, Judge, orange.
This one? Oh, pre-hearing. All right.
We wrote it down.
All right, you are Mr. Aurora? Counsel. Okay. And how do you say it? Aura? Auraha. And you have authority to take care of this matter today? Looks like you're pleading on her behalf to impeding traffic and dismiss the traffic control device.
That's correct.
Okay. Did you guys negotiate any fines or costs?
No, no.
All right. Fines and costs, $180. How much time you need, counsel? How much time you need to get her money? Okay, done. Have a good day.
No, if nobody else is out there, then we'll just.
Leslie Morgan. Oh, that's when you told me we're waiting for the attorney.
That's domestic. Yeah, we're just waiting for this person.
Thank you.
Hey, look here,
Hey, you mind looking at your 10 o'clock?
no problem, throw my glasses and hold on one second. Judge. Okay,
Hollingsworth?
one more time, sir?
Hollingsworth, 10 o'clock?
Nothing, no,
Jacobson
no,
and 10:15 Delco Palmer.
no,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hey, Heather?
Yeah.
Jacobson? Shows a no-show, but I don't have a file. So did that get adjourned?
Jacobson,
Oh, it was a pre-hearing. Probably did it.
yes, they did. That was that attorney that you were speaking to so much about.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
No, that was his defendant.
The attorney's name was, you got it? Did you get the name? Rulin? Mark Rulin?
Have you ever heard of him?
Nope. So Joe, did I tell you that Sheldon Shaman wanted to sell a bunch of guns?
Now, this is the dad or the son?
That's the 94-year-old dad.
Okay.
So did I tell you about the one that I'm buying? It was his wife's father's, Mr. Coaster, who was your no-nos, assistant, fire chief and counsel. It was his, Colt Police Positive. Original box. He thinks he's got the original bill of sale. He's going to give me a letter of authentication from either him or his wife that says that this was, he was a constable from this date to that date. Got the holster, carried it in.
Is the
nine
holster
yards.
brown?
I don't remember.
Because I got it brown.
I saw it, but I don't remember.
It's probably brown. Because it's brown was orange straw, and then it has like a flag.
Yeah. With the slit
Breakaway.
with the big brass ball that
snap down on. That's usually how those work.
No, it's got like a button, like a just regular.
Like a snap?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So having.
But the military ones had,
Yeah.
with the flat.
Yeah.
No, that's still now.
Yeah, the piece of brass would have stuck off, like the profile of the brass would have been like this, kind of like that. And then the leather flap would have had a hole in it like this, like a keyhole almost.
See anything else?
Yeah. He's got, well, I'll tell you, that's the only one I'm buying is 4 long guns and about 4 pistols and 4 pistols and 3 long guns. The only one I really want is that one because that's got Ramos history.
Mhm.
And
Is it marked Ramos?
no,
No,
I wish it was.
my grandpa's wasn't either.
Yeah. But he's got a Smith and Wesson Model 10 that's in real nice shape, 4-inch barrel. But you know, who's buying 38s?
Oh, it's just a 38.
Yeah.
Wheel
You know, if it was
buttons are
a,
hot again. though.
if it was a 2-inch, you know, somebody would buy a 38 for a pocket gun, but he's got a 4-inch barrel. Then he's got an old, it's a Hopkins and Allen's 4-hand, 38 Smith and Wesson, so it's like a 38 Colt, yeah, 38 short. Which was, you know, top brake action, you know, the top, it was junk when they sold it, it's still junk, it's chrome plated.
But it's cool.
Yeah. And then he's got a 25, actually it says 6.85 millimeter, which is a 25 caliber Bertinelli that he bought in Italy in the 50s when he was over there in the military. Still in the original box. And they called it the vest pocket model. The whole thing's all this big. I mean, it's just literally you put it in your vest pocket, right? He said his dad used to carry it. He said, I don't know why he never shoot a deer with it. He always had that. You know. So that's the 4 pistols. Then he's a Marlin Camp 9mm carbine.
Rifle or pistol?
Pistol or carbine. It's a little semi-auto rifle, but it's 9mm, and they call it the Camp 9. They made it in a 45 too, but tonight is a lot more popular. This friggin' thing looks like it's brand. And it's from the 60s at the very oldest. I haven't run the serial number to see when it was made, but it's like 60s. That's immaculate. Kind of got the light brown wood, and then a Marlin Glenfield 22. I think that's a bolt action with the little 22 scope, you know, just once again, looks like brand new. And then a Lefevre Nitro Special double barrel 12 gauge with long barrels, like 26 or 28-inch barrels on it. That one might actually be worth some money.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I gotta find somebody that knows that, but he actually bought the Gun Trader's Bible. And I used to do that 40 years ago. I used to buy those every year. Because, you know, my dad and I were going to auctions and everything else. I'd try to figure out what things were worth and say, Dad, bid on that, bid on it. And, but I quit buying them because they got to the point where they were so much money and I wasn't doing enough stuff. Like I'm not spending $50 on a book, whatever it was. So he said that from the book, the problem was those books, especially those old shotguns, there's so many variables, right? It's not just condition. It's like, you know, is that even though they're not marked, you know, so grade A would have been fancy wood, for example. I'm making shit up, but it's not marked grade A. You just know if you're a Lefevre collector, you know that's a grade A because I can tell by looking at the stock, right? So that one kind of worries me. But he said the cheapest one he could find for a 12 gauge double Nitro Special. Nitro Special just meant it went from Damascus to be a high tensile steel, so they could shoot modern loads in it. He said the cheapest he saw it was $950. But that one, I think I might be able to actually find somebody that wants it because there's somebody out there that's collecting Lefevre.
I know a guy, but he ain't getting retail for it.
Yeah, yeah.
He was a sergeant at the sheriff department. He is into shotguns, especially double barrels. So,
Well, you know, I'm gonna get rid of another one too, because I've had a 12 gauge 1100. I think they call it Skeet Special. I've owned it for years, and I don't even know. I think I probably shot it a couple times.
side by side or over?
No. Model 11, Remington 1100. So semi-auto, but super fancy grade. I mean, really nice wood on it, stuff like that. And I'm like, I just keep looking at it on my shelf. I'm like, it's time, it's time. I'll get rid of it if I can find somebody to give me money for it. So what I'm gonna do when I make the deal with, I already made the deal. I just gotta go see what he found on the other pistol and stuff like that. And I told him I was gonna find out paperwork wise exactly what I gotta do, because it changed the laws last year. But when I go pick stuff up, I'm gonna say, you gotta throw the book in too. You're selling all your guns but one. You don't need the Bible anymore. So give me the book so I can put valuations on stuff. He wanted to keep one of them. He's keeping a 22, the 22 Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, the little semi-auto, it looks kind of like a Luger.
Yeah.
22. So he's got and I'm not sure, it's either a Mark 1 or a standard. I think it might even be a Mark standard, because I'm pretty sure, I haven't confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that all the Mark 1s were stamped Mark 1. And I think the standard was what started, and then Mark 1 came from that, Mark 2. It's got to be from the 50s. He thinks it's on fire. He said, I hadn't fired it, and the guy I bought it from said didn't fire it. So I think it's unfired. It looks like it's unfired. But there's so damn many I've made, it's only worth $300. So he said, I think I'm gonna keep the 22 because it's not worth what I thought it was when I first told you what I wanted to sell it for. He said, I think I want to keep that just so I got something around the house for defense. So I told him, I said, Sheldon, if you want to keep something for defense, I'd rather you keep the Smith & Wesson, keep the 38 around.
Yeah.
I said, but that's
Sounds like you.
it's up to you. I don't care. I'll take it either way.
But at his age, he probably can't do that.
Well, the other thing I think he's thinking about, I don't want to kill anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thinking 22, it's not that bad. It's more like a noisemaker. I'm like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking, well, one plus is it's 10 shots versus 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, it's your collection. You do what you want with
The
it.
noises.
Yeah.
Just a pop, pop, pop. Bad guys start to pop, pop, pop. They're gone.
Yeah, she's got a brain.
Right.
So I gotta confirm with Jim Bukowski today. Because I think what I gotta do is I gotta get a purchase permit from the PD on all of them, including the long guns. I think that's how they do the ends, because now you've got to have a background check to buy anything.
You've had that background check. You can get your CPL.
When they changed the law, because it used to be my CPL, I didn't need
So.
prior to last year.
His
When they
attorney,
changed the stuff.
so.
Prior to last year, I didn't have to get a purchase permit because my CPL was my purchase permit.
But yes, he's in
But
treatment. He's in
when they
hospital.
changed the law, CPLs didn't do anything.
Thinking he might show.
That's my
up.
understanding.
But-
So,
I'm
and I haven't
curious.
bought anything since they changed the law, so.
I'm curious because what she really tried to do was take away you and me buying guns.
Yeah, just
Well, yeah,
private
yes,
transfers.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
through
yes,
here.
so
Right.
just waiting.
So you want to get Jake to get to.
That's, no, I think that's what she's trying to do, avoid the purchase and sale without an NCIS check. So my understanding is the PD can do it when they do the purchase permit.
So we're back to purchase.
Sounds like it. Jim, I talked to Jim this morning. Listen to this case. He called me this morning. I was supposed to have a meeting with him for the hunt club tonight, but he wasn't sure. He was on his way to Court Hill for a jury trial. And he wanted to pass me. So his client gets charged with a CCW.
Should I get you a live stream?
No, that's right.
Okay.
So his client gets charged with CCW. He's got one of those NAA 22 Derringers, right? The little tiny, the ones that they made a belt buckle holder in his cargo pants pocket, along with 3 flashlights in the other pocket debris he had. Because he was working on some motorhome or something, so he had all these little flashlights in his pocket. So his argument in the opening, and he's already talked to the prosecutor, he lost his CPL because he got his gun driving and had a CPL on when he was driving. But the prosecutor's already agreed he's not gonna bring that up. Prosecutor said, I agree, that's more prejudicial than it is probative, so I'm not gonna try to bring that up. So Jim's question is, I plan on in my opening saying he didn't have a CPL at the time. And just leave it at that. Because it's an affirmative defense to the CCW, the defense can bring it up and show the CPL. So I said, well, but the jury doesn't know that. Why would you want to tell them? So I just want to get it out there so it's not a question in their mind. I said, the first thing is talk to the prosecutor. If you trust the prosecutor, and just say, look, I want to make this comment in my opening. If you're not going to jump on it and try to make hay with it, you've already told me you're not going to bring up the prior convictions. So are you going to make hay with it? He's like, it's a new prosecutor. I'm not sure I can I can fuss. I'm like, okay. Then why even say anything? I said, if you don't say anything, you might leave doubt in somebody's mind. It's like, wait a minute. The prosecutor never said that guy didn't have a CPL. If he had a CPL, this is not a problem. I said, if you do tell him he's got no CPL, that doesn't help you at all. He's like, yeah, so don't say anything. I said, well, I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now. Because he won't put his guy on the stand either. Because he said, he's got two masters behind him. He thinks he knows everything about everything and he thinks he's smarter than I am. So I'm afraid I can't control him when he gets up there. Because my big thing is, they're gonna want to know, how's he got a pair of pants on that has something in his pockets he didn't know was there? Right? How many times did you arrest somebody and say, oh, this ain't my coat?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So where was this at?
Up in Port Huron. I don't know what the circumstances the cops get in contact with the guy.
But I'm
I have
surprised
no
they
idea.
didn't offer him some stupid freaking,
Port Huron.
is it there?
I think that's, yeah, it's not Wayne County. But something interesting he's got on the in-car video. The cop that found it told his partner, he said, man, that pistol's so small, I almost missed it. So Jim's figuring, hey, if the cop almost missed it, it's not inconceivable. My guy would have been wearing a pair of pants with all that other stuff in the pockets and not know that little thing was there. But if I'm a juror, my mind still has, like, how did he get in his pocket that he didn't know? And if the guy's not going to get on, let's say, and say, you know, I was at the range the day before, put it in there. So, yeah, it's an interesting case.
So people are already starting to call about the treacherous weather tomorrow.
I don't adjourn on,
I know.
I don't on the call. I mean, this isn't a craps game.
I have an attorney calling and just saying, well, can I just either come later, which is fine, because she lives way out. Or she's coming from way out. She's asking either to come later or adjourn it for another day, so I just gotta talk to her,
You know what the answer is?
adjourn it.
I'd prefer to have her call me tomorrow when we see if the weather happens. How many times have they told us we were gonna get a storm? We never got it.
Yeah. And you can come later because it's supposed to stop like by 8 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
and.
I'm perfectly okay with her calling you at 8 o'clock and say, you know what, I'm in Port Huron and
Yeah.
the roads up there are
Cause
terrible.
for some reason that does sound, she's far out.
Yeah,
So. Mhm.
I just don't understand it.
People get worked up about it, but we're in Michigan.
It's just fear. It's people are so afraid of their own shit.
Well,
But I bet you if they need groceries, they're gonna go to the store
no,
tomorrow.
I was just gonna say, it's not even fear as much as it is any excuse to avoid court.
Yeah, exactly. Because since COVID, it's easy to avoid court now.
Right. Who do we have tomorrow? Which venues?
Airport Van Buren, that's why it's so huge.
No, we took 5 files off today. We
Yeah.
pushed it around.
Yeah, those. And I should not have any Zoom tomorrow, so it should just be a normal docket day.
Except for the fact that people aren't gonna show up.
People are gonna, and they are gonna jump on Zoom.
Yeah, and I don't care if if the roads are really bad in the morning, we'll start zooming them, but I'm not gonna tell them all today that they don't have to come in tomorrow, just
Right.
because the weather might be.
Might be bad.
So
We all gotta get here.
we took the kids to,
Oh, yes.
Call
to
last
Rusty
month?
Crow.
and Freddie was there. So Freddie always tries to, interact with the kids. Well, my granddaughter ain't having none of it. She's like, right. So even Theo was a little bit shy to start with,
Cause it wasn't a girl.
but no, he
Oh.
chooses everybody.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not kidding you. By the time we're trying to leave, Theo's holding his hands, slobbering on his hands, making, motorboat noises and stuff like that. I'm like, Theo, come on. Freddie's loving it. Freddie's loving it. Freddie got him doing. Give me 5. Give me 5. All right, put your finger in the hole. And then he's like, oh my God, it's Theo screaming. He just loving it. Well, Theo or Evelyn saw him have so much fun, so she wanted it.
Nice.
So, it was fun. That whole
He
restaurant
will be the
thing?
one that opens her way to
Yeah.
doing.
Susie was surprised. She said, I can't believe how good Freddie was with those kids. I'm like, some people are.
Mhm.
But I was asking him, the restaurant thing, the minimum wage for wait staff stuff, they
Mhm.
put that on ice. Yeah, he said the Republicans in Lansing got it on hold while they try to come up with another solution. I said, Freddie, who's pushing this? He said, nobody in the restaurant industry's pushing it.
Mhm. They're all.
He said, my girls are all scared to death because they know they're gonna lose money.
Mhm.
He told me, he said, I've been waiting. He says, if they're gonna stick it with us, he says, I'm gonna talk to my attorney and see if he can figure out some way I can get around it legally. Because Freddie, I didn't know this, but Freddie said he was the first guy that started that with the topless places where nobody worked for the topless joint except for the manager. Everybody else paid to be there. Valets paid for their shift, dancers paid for their shift, bartenders, everybody just paid to work there. He said he started that in our area. And he said, I'm thinking maybe the attorney can come up with something like that. He said the problem is they were independent contractors. Everything a dancer needed for her job, she showed up with. Right?
Mhm.
That's one of the things for an independent contractor. I don't know if you can make that same argument. Everything I need to do my job as a waitress.
Right. Does he offer insurance for any of the?
Oh, I don't know. I would think so.
I mean, but see right there, so if you're independent, he's not gonna pay for your insurance.
I don't know. But
Um,
man, he said, Brian, I have to charge $25 for a burger.
Right.
He said, so A, business is gonna suck. He said, B, nobody's gonna tip them because they're figuring they're making $15 an hour.
It's already.
He said, I'm just gonna have to go with those computers on the table. You're gonna have to place your orders that way. I'll have a food runner coming out of the kitchen. I'm like, oh, Fred. He said, I don't want to do that. He said, but that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Mhm.
He says, I can't charge $25 for a burger.
Right.
Crazy. His ribeyes went up $1 a pound. New York strips didn't go up. Sirloin didn't go up. I said, Freddie, it's the same damn cow that died for the ribeyes. He said, I know, it doesn't make any sense.
But
His eggs-
there's more strip than there's ribeye.
But it doesn't make sense. If your price had to go up on one of your cuts, it should go up on all your cuts. Maybe not the same amount. Maybe it's not
Right.
$1 a pound. Maybe it's 75 cents a pound. But
Mhm.
it just doesn't make sense that it just went up on one cut.
That's my
Eggs? He said,
Eggs.
Costco, it's like $130 for 15 dozen eggs.
Huh?
So that's almost $10 a dozen. Right? He says, Kroger's, I can buy them cheaper, but I can only buy 2 18 packs at a time. He said, I didn't change any menu prices yet. He says, but all my add-ons, he said, anything you wanted an egg on, it was $1, now it's $2.
Mhm.
He says,
And I don't think it's fair so Myers always sold cage free and they were $2.50 or whatever. Always sold cage free
right,
ever since this came in.
Right.
Now those cage free, which everybody has to be cage free, they're $5
yeah, but
now.
you know the worst part about the cage free? I think a lot of people are buying cage free thinking that means organic. You know what cage free means?
Just means they're not shoved in a cage,
Right.
but
Right.
They're still in a cage of some sort.
Right.
Yeah,
They'll have to
they might spend 95% of their time in that little box, but because the box don't have a lock on it, they can wander out.
Mhm.
The eggs are the same damn eggs.
Right. So that's why I don't understand.
And
They
supposedly that was-
did this.
Supposedly this was because of the bird flu, but I don't understand how that's gonna stop the bird flu,
Mhm.
right? It's not like it says you can only have 5 chickens in any one room, right? So you can't get your whole herd infested or
Or
something.
is it considered for free range? Because free range is obviously different than cage free, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't know.
I just know organic's not the same as cage free. Cause they're still feeding them the same food.
Right. Well, no, isn't organic, they're feeding them
No,
something.
no, that's what I'm saying. The cage free is
Yes,
is
cage
not
free.
organic food.
Right, right.
Organic is supposed to be no pesticides and all that, or
Yes.
limited pesticides. Yeah.
But I mean,
So
what was the law that they wanted them to be cage free or free range, which that.
I thought it was cage free was the new rule.
Myers always sold cage free at $2.50.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like most of the legislation, it's all about making us feel good. It doesn't really effectuate any change. It just sounds good. It makes people feel good about, oh, we're doing stuff. It's not. I gotta get on Jason Otter, because I told him, tell your girls I want some hammers.
Because yours aren't doing anything, right?
I got one egg yet. It's the first egg I've gotten in at least a week. My traditional, I only got 2 chickens though.
Okay.
My hens usually don't do much
In the
in
winter,
wintertime.
right.
And my nephew, who's came down when we were making bread, he went on the west side of the state. His daughter's got 75 hens and 5 roosters. And right now she's averaging 2 dozen eggs a day. And I said, what are you doing? He says, I got lights on the timer and I give him 2 hours of incandescent bulb a day. He said, that just keeps him laying a little bit. And my attitude has always been, and give those girls a break. You know, if they want to take the winter off because there's not enough sunlight delay, but it's $6 a dozen, I might just wear my chickens out quicker.
How are the free range?
Oh, they're
ducks?
gone. They're, yeah,
Gone now?
yeah.
Do we think dead or?
Oh, yeah. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went over and, looked for him because they've been hanging out at Ray's in the, right on the edge of the pond foliage.
Mhm.
He's got a bunch of big decorative grasses and stuff like that. And that's where they were always hanging out. I went over there and there was only 2 of them left. I'm like, well, 2 of the ducks are gone. And then, just this weekend, last week, I went over and looked and the other 2 were gone too.
Aw,
I was surprised it lasted 4 months.
What do you think he's getting? A raccoon or fox or?
I don't think a raccoon would, because, those friggin' geese are pretty good size.
Oh, those big white ones?
Well, they're Moscatis, so they're not white.
They're
but
ducks, nice.
The gander, the drake was as big as a goose. I mean, they're a big breed. So I don't think a raccoon would. So I think it's probably coyotes or fox. I know I got coyotes in there, right? You know where Chuck Lindemuth lives? You know where my sister Lisa lives on Elmview? So my sister's backyard is the hump, Osgood Road hump, right by 94, by the railroad tracks there.
Yeah,
So Chuck's 2 houses down from her. And he's got two little lap dogs, his wife does. And he's freaking out because the neighbor across the street keeps catching 2 coyotes on his Ring camera at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, you can't let the dogs out and say, let the dogs out do their business. I'll let them in a few minutes. You can't do it. You gotta go outside with the dogs.
Gary Syntax old house.
It might be.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
I know. Let me go light some fires.
I don't know. What do we got?
yes, our first two, they said Cindy Henderson's already here,
Yeah, Mullins and Starling, we should be doing it right now.
because Darlene, they already know what they plan on requesting, isn't it?
Yeah, see if you can get that attorney.
Cindy Henderson?
Yeah, let them know. We got afternoon too. We gotta get the morning done before we do the afternoon. Talked to Judge Green last week or last night. She just got appointed. Well, Supreme Court just appointed her to the State Judicial Outreach Liaison to work with MJI on educational training projects for judges regarding highway and traffic safety with focus on reducing recidivism in drunk driving cases.
Wow,
She said her kids are laughing at her because she didn't even last 30 days without a job. But it's not.
yes.
I mean, it's gonna be all Zoom. It's gonna be very infrequent. What do you got?
Questions?
File name.
Ready to go on this Norquita Evans?
Edwards?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Go ahead.
Here you go, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, we got with Ms. Norquita Edwards. Please state your name for the record.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we'll wait for the formal reading of the arraignment advised by client operating while intoxicated charge, carrying concealed weapon while influence charge, maximum penalties and for rights. And we're going to be questioning.
Okay. March 19th. What time? 9:30. Miss Edwards at work? March 19th, 9:30? All right. Are you working, ma'am?
Yes.
Where do you work? How long have you been? How long have you been with the post office? That's long enough. I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First condition is obvious, stay out of trouble. Second condition is obvious, be in court on March 19th. And lastly, do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription. No alcohol or marijuana. You understand those terms? Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond? Any questions? If you screw up, we send you to jail.
Okay.
Then you got to come up with $1,000 to get out. All right? We got notices here for you. We'll get you out of here.
And
Have a nice day.
Your Honor, I was halfway joking, but the question I do have for the court, I've already asked a few other people. Are you familiar with where the Michigan State Police Detroit Detachment is? Have you ever heard of
I've
that?
never even heard that phrase.
So we will TV. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that supposed to be like a post?
We don't know. The APA doesn't know. I've never seen it before in my years of doing this. It's a new one. But it's the alleged location that the intoxilizer was performed at. So we got a few issues. That's just,
Yeah.
what I'd ask right off the bat.
Never heard the phrase.
I don't know.
Nope.
about this.
Good luck. Good luck.
Sorry.
But
You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
what is your guys' name?
Always.
Oh, okay, Miss Henderson. His attorney's here.
Okay.
This one more into that's not gonna do.
Thank you.
I just feel a little.
On Morgan, you said?
Okay.
I don't know. Do we need him?
Yeah, because for Sydney.
Well, yeah, we don't need him right now.
Okay, all right.
Good. I don't know what we're doing here. Patricia's not.
No.
Yeah.
Sydney.
What are we doing on Morgan?
Judge, can defense may brief the approach, please?
Sure.
So I just wanted to say, even what we do today. The prosecutor, she doing states in that she. wants to- Yeah. I had it in my notes that the cases of registry has over pretrial, but then your stripes, she's years. So I'm not sure when that changed it, but she's here, so the prosecutor, next hearing, but she wants to. It'll be fine. For instance, I asked her family rate, listen, she's here today, but she does want to,
She wants to know, so.
yeah, but she does want to. Appear in person, so I'm gonna ask that if there's a way this, I'm talking to Rocket saying that we want this in person.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for her to appear.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Just go figure that, we would also.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, well, we're just gonna set another pretrial?
And then I think he needs to be arraigned on the 25 case.
Yes, Judge.
Yes. Yes. I don't have a 25 case. I got a December 24 and I got a,
No, the 25 case is in the case number.
oh. Got it. Yeah, and how did we do? Oh, okay, that's why it came in 2025, but it's a 24 incident date.
Yes.
All right. All right, so let's get appearances on Leslie Morgan.
Morning, Your Honor, Patricia Mandrack for the people, PA 4088.
May it please the court, I'll let you. To my left, the 5634, for the record, Leslie Morgan.
Thank you. Counsel, would you waive formal reading on the 12/21/24 incident?
You wait for me.
I'll enter a not guilty plea. All right. So we're going to adjourn a pretrial out till March 19th?
Mark Lane.
If they're coming back to us, they
Yeah.
want 6 weeks, just for pretrial, yes.
March 19th?
I'll be in a trial that starts that Monday.
How about the week after? 26th?
Early morning or later morning?
You said which day? I'm sorry.
March-
26th.
We have starting at 8:45 all the way to 10:30.
9 o'clock, please.
And but I would respectfully request that in favor of the plaintiff's presence may wait for that final, for that pretrial.
Done.
Thank you.
All right. So on the April 10th incident date, we'll just continue bond. Let's talk about bond on the newer incident.
Judge, in this case, for the malicious use of telecommunications device case, I am requesting that I am going to leave the terms of bond at the discretion of the court. I would ask that another no contact order be entered. And I would ask that the court reiterate to the defendant that it's been complaining with his contact, if had no contact with him.
Okay.
Mr. Morgan does understand that I have contact with her. However, she does, and he showed me her, and I showed that to the prosecutor. She does what amounts, in my opinion, to harass him and his wife. Like 100 calls a day type stuff. And so we would ask the court to maybe monitor her.
She's not under my thumb. She's not under my thumb.
And Judge, I haven't talked to complaining witness about this.
Right. I think it's ill-advised behavior, but I don't have her on a bond. Yeah. But I want to note for the record that the no contact order, at least according to my records, was entered on December 24th. The telecommunications charge came out of December 21 incident date. So I don't hear any allegation that the bond on the first file was.
That's correct, Judge.
All right.
If that's it, I can, if defendant had been arraigned on the before, this conversation would be very different.
Yep. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror the bond on the second file as to match the first file. No contact, no phone calls, no letters, no social media contact. You see her Taco Bell, you're eating Burger King. Don't have your friend call her and see how she's doing. She tracks you down and begs to meet for coffee. She can't change this order. Only myself or somebody else with a rope. Clear enough? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you violate bond? That's condition 1. Condition 2 is no other trouble, no new criminal offenses. And condition 3, you got to be in court for March 19th.
Yes, sir.
Agreed? Anything else, counselors?
I believe you said March 19th?
March 19th at 9. Oh, I'm sorry. We talked to 19th and we moved it. Good catch.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Oh, okay.
For you and for your client.
Counselor, are we ready on Mullins?
Mr. Mohammed, I'm doing well. Do you have all the position? No, I don't.
How's Miss Henderson today? I said, how's Miss Henderson today?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Are we holding this one?
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
Sit.
Yeah.
I asked you to email here.
Hey, Ken, you have to be here tomorrow.
I'll be here.
People are on.
Believe me, I always show.
Well, he was worried that you'd try to get out.
Oh, I didn't say that. Well, I didn't mean have to wear leggings under a skirt.
We ready? Mr. Mohammed?
Yeah.
All right. If you two would put your appearances on the record for Mr. Ray Mullins, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people.
Good morning, City Anderson with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P 84839, appearing on behalf of Ray Mullins, who's president of Courtroom today. Can you please state your full name for the record, sir?
Ray Mullins.
Thank you. Have a seat, Mr. Mullins. The attorneys are trained to jump up in law school. You don't have to do that. Are you ready, Mr. Muhammad?
Yes, good. People call Officer Cozero. Kuzor, my apologies.
Corporal, come on up. Watch your step on my ramp. Raise your right hand. Swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I will.
Have a seat. You know the drill. Settle in. When you're ready.
Good morning, Officer. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Nathan Kuzera.
Officer, I'm gonna take you back to the day of September 2nd, 2021. Did you work that day? And in what capacity did you work that day?
Road Patrol.
Okay, and who's your employer at that time?
City Road.
Okay, and in what capacity did you work for them?
The Road Patrol.
Okay,
Police officer.
okay. And on that day, did you work by yourself or with a partner?
By myself.
Okay, and did you work in full uniform or modified uniform?
Full.
Okay, and on that day, did you operate a scout vehicle or did you work foot patrol?
Scout.
Okay, now was the scout vehicle fully marked or semi-marked?
Full work.
Okay, and on that day of September 2nd, 2021, did your duties as a police officer take you at or near the location of North Line and Huron River Drive?
Yes.
Okay, is that located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne?
Yes.
What took you to that location?
Let me stop you, Mr. Muhammad. You don't know this, but we do. Which North Line in Huron River Drive?
The North Line and West here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what took you to that location?
Dispatched location. To be accident.
Okay, and when you made that location, what did you do?
Upon arrival, I saw. Actually, the step back, it was a reference a green Yukon and a blue Ford Explorer that was involved in the accident. No injuries reported and being reported off the side of the road. Upon arrival, heading west on Huron River Drive, and I got behind the vehicle that was on the westbound side of the road, which ended up being a blue Ford Explorer.
Okay, and you indicated that there was a traffic accident. And did you observe any damage to any vehicles when you made that location?
Yes, there were two vehicles there. The green Explorer or green Yukon and the blue Explorer. I was there damage to.
Okay, now when you made that location and you made those observations, what did you do?
First contacted the Explorer.
Okay, now how many individuals were seated in that Ford Explorer?
One in the front drivers.
Okay, and describe the scene.
The vehicle.
The vehicle, anything that you saw.
White male sitting in the front driver's seat, the airbag was deployed. The obvious damage to the vehicle from end of the vehicle.
Okay, now the individual was sitting where exactly?
In the front driver's seat.
Okay, now the individual you observed in the driver's seat, you see that person in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please point to that person and point out an article of clothing that person is wearing?
Sitting at the defense table.
Can you please point out an article of clothing?
Black sweatshirt.
Your Honor, please let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
No,
Thank you. And so then what happened next?
I asked the driver if he was okay. She provided her flag he was, then I asked him for his driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
Okay, and what happened next?
I could smell over the toxins coming from the person.
Okay,
And I seemed to kind of fumble for his driver's license when he's pulling out his wallet. He wasn't able to hand me his driver's license while he was looking for his insurance and registration. I also asked him for his phone number to write down the report. The driver was able to only give me 3 last 4 numbers of his phone number.
Okay,
Then at that point, I asked him about that. There was only 3 numbers, and driver then stopped and looked at me, stated I'm drunk.
okay. Stated what?
I'm drunk.
Okay. And then what happened then?
Made sure he was okay. Believing that the vehicle was disabled, he wasn't gonna be able to go anywhere. Asked him to relax, stay there at that location. So I go talk to the other driver, find out what happened. Then I was able to talk to that driver, get all their information, return to my car. Wrote down the information I needed from that driver, gave him a business card, was able to clear him from the scene when he was able to drive his vehicle. And then I went back to Mr. Mullins to speak with him.
Okay, and so what did you do next?
At that point, I requested that Mr. Mullins step out of the vehicle,
Why did you do that?
believing he was impaired. The
Okay,
snow,
what led you to that?
snow intoxicants from his birth. Fumbling for his driver's license. And telling me that he was drunk, which is kind of abnormal, especially at that time of day. And being behind the wheel of the car.
Understood. And so what happened next?
I asked him, so.
Bless you.
Sobriety test. He said he wasn't sure if he could, he was cooperative, and he was able to exit the vehicle. He appeared a bit unsteady on his feet as he walked towards the back of the car. I asked him to step the back bumper of his vehicle, perform the sobrieties. Excuse me. I asked him which grade he was able to complete it, and if he was able to read. He said he understood the alphabet. At that point, I asked him to recite the alphabet and stop at the letter P. He continued to the letter S. And then I asked him again about the alphabet, and he refused to complete any more.
Okay, is that indicative of anything based on your training and experience as a police officer?
Yes, it's not too often that people are actually that honest, but he appeared to be fairly impaired at that point, and unwilling to complete any more sobriety tests.
So besides the alphabets, were any other tests conducted?
I was also able to administer a preliminary breath test at
Okay,
the scene, which he consented to take.
okay, and I believe the results of that is inadmissible in court, so we'll move on. So what about any other tests besides the test?
No.
Okay, and did you recover or observe any items from the vehicle?
Yes, there were, your further report real quick.
Will it help refresh your recollection? Officer, with referring to your report, help refresh your
Yes,
recollection?
yes.
Okay, you can refer to your report once your memory's been refreshed.
Okay.
Just look up at me. Has your memory been refreshed?
Yes, there were 2 unopened 40-ounce bottles of Budweiser in a front passenger seat of the vehicle.
Okay, and pursuant to your investigations, did you learn how much the defendant did drink?
When I asked him to step out of the vehicle, I asked him how much he had to drink. He told me he had 4 beers.
Okay, and so what did you do next after you conducted the field test?
I arrested him for suspicion of driving under the influence. Secured the backseat of my patrol vehicle.
Okay, and what did you do after that?
Transported him to the Romulus Police Department.
Okay, and what about after that?
He read his chemical test rates. He consented to a blood draw.
Okay, and did you transport him to get his blood draw?
Yes,
Okay, and was his blood drawn?
yes.
And did you observe the blood draw? Okay, and what did you do with that after it was conducted? Was it placed into evidence?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, at this time I'd move to introduce into evidence the MSP lab report that shows the blood draw results of the defendant pursuant to 76611.
Ms. Henderson, thank you. That'll come in.
No, good.
Your witness, counsel?
That's a follow-up question for you. You indicated that you were able to observe the blood draw, right?
Yes,
And when you observed the blood draw, you were able to observe the methods that the nurse, I'm assuming,
yes.
and, can you briefly describe what those methods look like?
Mr. Mullins sat at the chair, the nurse or phlebotomist, drew 2 vials of blood from his arm. Each vial was placed in the evidence container, evidence box, and sealed prior to leaving the hospital.
And did you do anything, he or she do anything abnormal or out of the ordinary in regards to?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay, we're gonna take you back to the scene of the accident. When you arrived at that time, the cars were already parked, right?
Correct.
So you didn't actually observe anyone driving?
No.
Did you check for any cameras in the area that day?
I didn't check, but I don't believe there are any cameras in here.
Were there any other individuals on the scene that day? Aside from Mr. Mullins, whom you say was at the scene, and the driver of the other car?
That responded to the accident itself. No, I don't recall anybody else being there besides myself and partners involved.
Mr. Muhammad, any redirect?
No, thank you.
Corporal, you can step down, watch your step. Any other witnesses from the people?
No.
Any defense witnesses?
No, no.
Argument?
Judge, I believe the testimony reflects a question of fact for the prior fact. I believe, based on the testimony of the officer, you know, the defendant himself indicated to the officer that he was drunk, and then also the lab results show that he was the only occupant in the vehicle. The officer indicated that the airbags were deployed and this person was in the driver's seat. So I think there's sufficient evidence for probable cause.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, Mr. Mullins is currently charged with felony local DUI. To prove the elements of this, third offense, felony OWI, the people would have to produce some sort of evidence that Mr. Mullins was previously convicted of some sort of operating while intoxicated. We didn't hear any testimony today. I wasn't providing any documents in regards to any convictions that Mr. Mullins would have had. Given that information, I don't believe that people have met their burden for dismissal.
Judge, it's implied when it's in the complaint, and this isn't a felon in possession charge case where we have to get a certified record of actions. I've never, since I've started as an attorney, as a prosecutor, seen a case where I have to present the prior convictions.
Is it not an element of the crime? Prior convictions?
It's implied based off of the habitual offense notice in the complaint.
Is it not an element of the crime?
It is.
And doesn't each and every element of a crime have to be proven beyond a reasonable or beyond probable cause today? Because I think she got you.
I don't think so, Judge. I've never heard of it.
It's a probable cause hearing.
Well, I would ask the court to take judicial notice over their own records of the defendant.
Your Honor, at this time, I would also note the court did not check the register of action, and there is not, despite what the complaint indicates, there is not a second conviction in 2012 for a conviction for Mr. Mullins, which is why I was ready to see some sort of conviction record of Mr. Muhammad today, but I haven't seen that, and I don't think the court can take, judicial notice of any convictions in the register of action, because there's one conviction in the register of action from the 2022 date.
Well, Judge, I would just point the court to see that in the complaint that we have in front of us, the OWI that occurred on September 8th, 2011 happened after the Fourth District Court. Furthermore, the second conviction that we have, the one that occurred on 07/13/2020, occurred at the 34th District Court. So in this case, both previous convictions were at this very court. So I think the court, if any court can take judicial notice, it would be this court, because both convictions happened and stem out of this court.
Response.
Again, Your Honor, I've checked the register of actions, despite what the complaint says, there isn't a conviction in the register of actions for the 34th District Court noting conviction in 2012, or any sort of operating while intoxicated. Furthermore, there was no evidence presented today, which is what Mr. Muhammad had to bring to prove today.
Okay.
That there were.
So let me make sure, sorry to cut you off. Let me make sure I understand your argument. I think what you're saying is, even if our computer records show 2 prior convictions, there was no evidence of it today.
Right.
Your turn.
Well, Judge, that's why I'm asking the court to take judicial notice over their own records, and these prior convictions, these 2 occurred in this court. It didn't happen in a year.
No, I got you. I got you.
So that's my request.
All right. Well, let's see what our ROA says. We have 2? Give me the dates.
I'm sorry.
The dates? Oh, you're just gonna print them out?
That's the first one. Here's the beginning of the second one.
All right. February 2, 2012. Plea of guilty. January 7, 2021, plea of guilty. So I will take judicial notice that our internal records show 2 separate guilty pleas from Mr. Mullins, just 2 separate charges. Actually, I'll give you the incident dates as well. One incident date was July 13, 2020. One incident date was September 8, 2011. I'm still not sure you don't have to have evidence of it beyond judicial notice, but I'm going to bind it over and Ms. Henderson can appeal me and tell me I'm wrong. Clear? Anything else? Good luck downtown, Mr. Mullins. We'll get you a AOI date for 2 weeks down the road. But we don't give them a paper notice anymore. So your next court date's downtown 2 weeks from today, 9 a.m. Bond is continued. I'd like the attorneys up here when you're done with your client, Ms. Henderson. Any chance of that getting pled downtown?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Echo misdemeanor?
put a case note. I could have swore I
He's a Belleville guy. We got a great sobriety court program.
here.
I just took it over January 1. So I'm just throwing that out there for the 2 of you.
I wish.
You know, I'm cocky enough to think that we do a better job here than what they do downtown, so.
Okay.
I would wonder if we can like keep it here, even though it's too late.
I mean, I'm still gonna write mitigation information once I get over there to have it reduced, so.
Yeah, but if it's still here, I can go to my chief, talk to him face to face, and be like, "Hey, this one." But I'll put a case note.
Okay.
I can't figure out how I would keep
And
it
plus, I
now.
would rather keep him here because.
Well, he lives in our venue, so.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
assuming if downtown wants to put him in sobriety court, they're probably gonna want him in ours, I would think. I don't know.
Just make that request.
And I'm not saying he's eligible.
No,
I just,
because
the first thing we look at is where he lives, right? If he was living in Pontiac, we wouldn't even consider it.
No, and they're older and stuff as well. The only reason I didn't unilaterally reach out to my supervisors because we had no CCH in our system for this case.
I'm not blaming anybody for anything. I'm just throwing that out there because we're trying to build up our docket on the sobriety court and this guy needs help, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good luck downtown. Let me know, Miss Henderson.
We have Mr. Starling Ellis.
I'm ready. We holding that one?
I think he's here.
Oh,
I.
oh. I forgot that. Mr. Muhammad, let's talk about Mr. Sterling, who's in federal prison and Huron didn't go get him. Not that anybody thought they would, but.
Correct, Judge, so I was informed that the defendant is in federal custody. And my understanding is he has a release date, I think in April. And so I would request that we just adjourn it to that date. To a date in April.
Do you know what date? Too early, it's not here.
When I looked, it was, I think, towards the end of April, this is beginning of dates.
So maybe the first court hearing in May, is something state.
Are you talking for just another PC, or for another exam?
Yeah, we could just keep it as an exam, because it's gonna be the same defense.
We have May 7th. Miss Mom is on, if you look.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Ellis is on as an observer, if we can ask her if she knows.
Oh, Miss Ellis, can you activate your camera and or microphone, please?
This is mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Ellis? She,
As well.
I mean, does he really vote? Is he?
He had an Illinois address on our file.
Oh, there's Miss Ellis.
Miss Ellis, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Excellent. I've got the prosecutor here and your son's attorney, Miss Henderson. Can you, if you know, can you tell me when your son is supposed to be released from the federal prison?
April 25th. It was
Thank you.
originally 27th, but because it's a weekend, he gets out on the 25th.
All right. So what date would you propose? So, just, Miss Henderson, you want to go with a PCC or just keep with an exam? I don't really care.
Maybe a PCC to be safe.
Yeah, so I can, once he's released, I can contact him to make sure he gets transferred.
Okay. All right. So we'll go with a probable cause conference, May what?
May 7th.
Time?
We can do 10 a.m.
Miss Henderson, 10 a.m.?
That works.
All right.
Can he, if he's out of state, can he?
Mom, where's he going to be after he gets released?
He will be with me. He will stay with me in Bellwood.
Where's that at?
Bellwood, Illinois.
Okay. All right. So is that the 734 Bellwood apartment GE?
Apartment 2E. He used to stay in GE. Now he's 2E.
Thank you. And how about a phone number? Oh, counsel, you've got mom's number? All right. All right. So what I'm going to suggest is you be in contact with Miss Henderson.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Good luck, Mom.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Bye. You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Henderson.
Was that the last?
No, you still have. Well,
Yeah,
Ryan is here with respect for attorney and
Larkins.
Okay, thank you.
I'm ready.
Okay.
You as well, counsel. Liberty. Files for Doe and Liberty. Those are notes.
Mr. Liberty was on Zoom. I was chatting with him. And he said he wanted to apologize for meeting late, but they were just setting up their meeting in treatment on May 3rd. They were waiting for a bed. He served 45 days. Thank you. Goodbye.
Good. Okay. Treatment's wonderful.
March 19th, I think, people they just gotta get a hold of Mr. Noakes, because then that way, as Mohammed said, Mr. Noakes will be healthy.
Hopefully. Yep.
30 days in.
Those are the
No.
fail to appears. I'm just waiting to see if both of our 12 o'clock show. You said Brian is here, right?
Yeah, Bryant is here because he's in custody.
We've got two, Bryant and Larkins, both scheduled at 12.
don't know, like, because I know this, he didn't see both of those convictions in those ways. Because in one was was Ray, and the other was Raymond,
Oh, that could.
so she might want to dig farther.
I like her. She's buttoned up.
You like her because she's ready to go.
Yeah, she's buttoned up. She's right. She's always ready to go. She's very competent.
Yeah.
She's no drama. I think she might be right. I think you still got to testify to it. I never had it come up before. Or at least during proofs, he should, the judge can the court take judicial notice that he's got 2 prior convictions there. I just think.
A lot of times the attorneys or the prosecutors can bring these off, seal them so that we.
Right, right. I think the fact that he didn't do it until after we started making arguments is a problem. Whether or not she chooses to appeal, she probably won't, especially if they offer her the second downtown.
So could you dismiss the third and stop them with just the first order else? Oh.
Actually, I think, is that in, you got that file? I think they charged him. No, I think both charges, I think they charged him with high VAC and just regular operating prostate in both third offense. That's a good question, Joe. But the problem though, if I'm her, the problem I've got if I'm her is, right, Judge, they didn't establish the first and second, so they can't get a third. They haven't established the first, they can't get a second. But they're still drunk driving.
Right.
So I clearly did it. Yeah. Of course, nothing was stopping from recharging, you know. That's the whole part. You killed me on the third, but I'm charging you for drunk driving. Yeah, the non-alcoholic swallow.
That's why I thought she was going. I didn't hear that. I said, I observed her use that. I didn't watch her book.
So this Wayne County Judges list, sir. At our court, we utilize an advice of rights form as well as the scale approved financial affidavit for judges to utilize to determine whether a defendant is entitled to free legal counsel. Note to yourself, I want to see that scale approved financial affidavit. I don't think I've ever seen it. One of our longtime MIDC attorneys has reported that on the reported on the record that at least 3 defendants in cases before at least 2 of our judges, the defendants in Wayne County Jail are not being provided these documents that someone without their knowledge or consent is signing the defendant's signature. The MADC attorney noted that on one file, he compared the signature on the AOR form with the defendant's known signature on a bond receipt and stated they were not similar. That's the problem.
What form was it?
The scale approved financial affidavit.
Washington County always had that too. They always had to fill that, to prove your indigent.
This is the domestic relations verified financial information form?
Say again?
Domestic relations verified financial information form?
Should be different than that.
That has no GI benefits, any income, real estate, financial accounts, pension, life insurance, wow, motorized vehicles. I don't know what it fits.
A word that's not specific to domestic.
Right. Caltech got a new pistol out, that 5.7 cartridge, stripper clips, no magazines.
Oh, wow. How many rounds will it hold? I was watching.
21 round.
Oh, wow. I was watching a thing on YouTube the other day about a Caltech. Like a 5.56 ranch rifle. It's California legal, but it takes on the ARS.
Yeah, I've seen that. They're doing some pretty interesting stuff. You know, Caltech's when it first came out was just absolute junk. Absolute junk. The code was really innovative about years. And what's the pro of that over just a traditional AR platform?
It's California legal
Oh,
with AR mags.
well, there you go. That's their market.
Yeah. It's even serial like not serial number, model number CA California.
Yep.
It'll take AR mags, which is nice too. Pisting one.
There's this article's best 25 new guns on its shot show. Yeah, almost every one of them is polymer. Almost every one of them.
But you know, Judge, they work.
They're just ugly.
They're ugly. Those Glocks.
They work. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
Since the 80s.
They go bang when you pull the trigger. But it's just too short for ugly guns.
But I like good. So you have one of those what they call staccatos. You've heard of those?
You know, I think their claim to fame was 2011. You know, the double stack that kind of like a 1911 platform, but it's double stack. I think that's where they kind of hit prominence.
Yeah. Well,
A lot of the match, like bowling pin matches and stuff like that. That's why I bought my 1445 from Rick Perry. He had a pair of ordnance, and I was with him at a gun show when he bought one, and it was really beat up. And because he was doing a lot of bowling pin sheets, and so obviously 45 is a popular cartridge for the bowling pin sheet because you hit hard, it hits the pin hard. But there was no limitations on rounds. So you got to clear the table in so much time. Well, if you got 14 rounds versus 7 rounds, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I just got the idea that I had to have a good high capacity 45 house gun. So I asked him once, I said, so, you know, that beat up per ordinance 1445, you want to get rid of it? He said, I got two of them. Which one you want? So I ended up buying the one, beat up a little bit.
How am I beat up gun?
Oh, yeah, it's functional.
But you don't have to be brave.
I loved, if I can find, I used to probably about 3 or 4 went to garage sale or gun shows. When I saw long gun, you know, shotgun, 22, whatever it was, if it was just all beat to shit, if it was really cheap, it's like, all right, that's my winter project. I'll just try to get it to make it look like something, you know. I did one in you know, that Cerakote in a can. Brownell sells it, they call it, what do they call it? Alumahide, I think is what they call it.
I'm not familiar.
Well, Cerakote, you know, you gotta bake it on. It's a baked finish. It's a paint that you bake on. This stuff, you clean everything really well. And then you, it's relative, spray paint.
Does it look like ballooning or does it look like?
It looks like Cerakote. It looks like Cerakote.
So like Bentley.
No, that's not the texture. But it comes with different colors and, but it's not shiny. It look, honestly, if I held this pistol up that I did aluminum hide with, I did a pistol, a 22 semi-auto, and I just showed you one that I painted with gray paint. You'd think they were just different shades, because that's what it looks like. But obviously, it wears better than spray paint. Doesn't wear like Cerakote, but you know, it's a do-yourself thing. So Joe, see if you can round up an attorney for 12 o'clock, because they're scheduled at 12. It's after 12. I don't want to be holding exams.
All right, Jim.
My brother wants me to be at 1 o'clock for lunch, so.
There you go.
Because I'm in the courtroom and I don't have email. It's Janice, I'm sorry, last name is Janice, Janis, first name Nicole. It's an MSP case, if you can look at the word cancer.
You're good. Oh, thank you.
I haven't even taken it out.
No.
And then it was rescheduled. They haven't took it out.
Which one are we ready on?
Marcus?
Goodbye. All right.
All right, appearances on the People versus Larkins, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of.
Your Honor, to meet photographer PA 5402 on behalf of Sheila Larkins.
Have a seat, ladies. Are we ready?
Yes, Judge, I'll request the mutual order of sequestration with an exception to the officer in terms of contention.
All right. Ladies, you're not prospective witnesses? Back row, are you witnesses?
She's the victim and then
Okay.
the victim advocate.
Okay. All right, let's get started.
The people called Kelly Massey.
Ms. Massey, all the way up front. All the way up here. Watch your step on the incline ramp right here and raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I did.
Have a seat right there. When you're ready, Mr. Muhammad.
Good afternoon, Ms. Massey. Can you please restate your full name for the record?
Yes, my name is Kelly Massey.
Okay, Ms. Massey, I'm gonna take you back to the date of November 24th, 2024. Were you at or near the location of 16857 Howick Lane? And for the record, Howick is spelled Hawick.
Yes, I live next door at 16869 Hollis Lane.
Okay, and is that located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne?
Correct.
Okay, did something happen at or near that location that brings you into court?
Yes,
Okay, how did that begin?
on that day, I opened my window downstairs, window next to the door,
So where were you?
in my living room.
Okay, at your home?
Excuse me?
At your home?
Yes, inside of my home,
Okay,
in my living room. I opened my window and I looked out And my lights that I have in the ground and around the perimeter of the mosque, the lights were broken. That was not the first time the lights were broken, because she had broken them before, but I noticed that day more lights were broken. So I just shook my head, I knew it was exactly what was going on. I went upstairs as I was ready to start work that day at 1 p.m. So it was time for me to get in the shower, get myself ready for work.
Hold on. Something's wrong with our equipment.
Stopped. I'm gonna stop this and start working. It's saying what she previously said.
But, I spoke of this.
No, equipment for some reason is just replaying. Stop, it's not recording, it's just replaying. It's replaying in my ear. I did. Yeah, let me try it now, turn it off again. Let me turn it off. Okay, good. All right. Listen. Okay, talk.
Okay, is it testing, recording?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that, Miss Massey. So Miss Massey, I think you said you were headed upstairs to get ready for work.
Yes. So I proceeded upstairs to my upstairs bathroom to get in the shower, get ready for work. After I got out of my shower, I'm in my bedroom getting dressed, and I just happened to glance out the window. And that's when I see Sheila Marie Larkins in a black bra and a red plaid schoolgirl skirt, holding her barbecue grill, running full throttle charge through the yard toward my windows, my downstairs window. That's my little window. And I yelled out, I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I was here this whole effing yard up." And she took the grill, and at that time, I seen her just running, and I started coming downstairs to go to my door, because I thought she was going to bust the window out with the grill. When I got down there, she took the grill and she threw the charcoal ashes all across my window. And as I'm coming outside and I'm walking to her over to her towards the main part of the sidewalk, more towards her side of the yard, that's when her boyfriend was standing there in the matching pajama pants to her skirt and his robe. And then she opened the door and she pointed the gun directly towards my face and between my head and my neck and said, "Bitch, I will shoot you." I had my cell phone in my hand to film because she's never pulled a gun. But she's just been antagonizing so much. I had my cell phone with me to film because I knew that I needed to show the police this. And after she did that, and I guess she realized that she was being filmed, she ran in the house. The boyfriend was still standing there. I said, "This has been going on for over 2.5 years. He's just standing there not saying anything." She ran back in the house and put the gun in. When she came back to the door, she opened the door, she ran out. She picked up a rock that was by the porch, about the size of my head. She took the rock and she threw it at me. When the rock did not hit me, she then picked up a Santa's mailbox, a metal Santa's mailbox with
A what mailbox?
a metal Santa's mailbox
What's a Santa's mailbox?
Yard decoration.
Oh, okay,
for Christmas,
okay,
for Santa Claus. It was porch decor. She then picked that up. It had a candy cane handle about that big. And she took that and she threw it at me. It did not hit me. When she didn't hit me with the metal center box, she then grabbed the barbecue grill top for her grill that she had already thrown toward the window. And she threw the barbecue grill top at me. And it missed. I blocked it with my hand. At that point, she has come further from her porch, so she's now on the common sidewalk. At that point, she ran out of things to throw. And then she came, she had her hands up, I put my hands up, and then it was mutual combat.
understood. Now, the firearm that was pointed at you, can you describe it?
It was black. I can only see the front of it. I never got a side profile of them. Because by the time she came and opened the door, she had it pointed directly at me.
Okay, can you describe what kind of gun? Was it like a long gun, a shotgun, a handgun?
It was a handgun.
Okay,
It was a handgun, because she had it in her hand. But I only see the front profile of the gun.
okay, so black handgun,
Yes.
okay. Now, this individual that you mentioned, Ms. Larkins, the person who pointed this firearm at you, do you see this person in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please point to that person and point out a piece of?
Well, I can't tell you because I've never seen her with that hair. The hair that she had was blue dreads. The natural hair is blue dreads, and I've never seen her with glasses on.
Okay, so, but do you see that person in the courtroom today? The person who,
Pull the gun?
yes,
No, I see a person that had gray roots with blue dreads, no glasses.
okay. Judge, I would request for the person sitting at the defense table to remove their glasses and maybe that assist in identification. And to just move her hair away.
no objection, Your Honor.
Judge,
What's your objection? We've asked her to show her face.
She is showing her face. Her taking her wig off is.
That wasn't the question. The question was, could she move her hair off of her face?
and I never said it was a wig, but I'm assuming based on your statement, it is a wig. I just asked it because for the record.
Counsel, I don't think it's asking too much to be able to see her eyes when there's an identification at issue. Thank you.
Okay, take a look in the courtroom and see if you can, if that person.
That's she on her face in the yellow jacket.
How do you know that?
I can see the face profile now without the glasses. And I'm pretty sure that there's blue dreads, or she may have died with their dreads under that wig.
Okay, Your Honor, purposes, I respectfully request the court.
I'll note there's been an ID.
Know that there's a. Okay. And when this firearm was pointed at you, how did you feel in that moment?
I said, well, my mind was hurting.
Okay,
I was scared. My heart was beating.
okay. Nothing further.
Counsel, your witness.
Good afternoon, Ms. May. Is it Macy?
Maxie, MASSEY.
Okay. So, you just testified that, Ms. Larkins threw things in your French oven.
No, she threw those things at me. She threw the rock, she threw Santa's mailbox, and she threw the barbecue.
We're not that far. You said you got out of your shower and you looked outside and Ms. Larkins was coming at your front door, correct?
No, she was coming at the living room window
Okay, living room window, with an object,
with the barbecue grill,
a barbecue grill.
her barbecue grill.
Okay. And you just testified that when you were outside, you saw Miss Larkins pointing a gun from her house?
When I was outside, I saw Ms. Larkin pointing a gun at me from her doorway.
From her doorway inside of her house?
No, she had the door open. She was standing in the doorway, but the door was open.
Okay, but was she in her house?
She was standing on the, I guess, the bottom of the door. That's where she was standing,
In her doorway?
in her doorway.
Okay. Did you try to get in Miss Larkin's house?
Absolutely not.
Did you tell, Miss Larkins during that argument to go get your gun?
Absolutely not.
You just testified that you feared for your life, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But you didn't leave, correct? Meaning you didn't go back in your house?
I was standing on the common part of the sidewalk.
Did you go back in your house? Yes or no?
No, I didn't have an opportunity to.
Okay, so you just testified that Miss Larkins closed her door and went and put the gun away, correct?
Correct. And
Okay, so in that time, you didn't go back in your house,
at that time, I stood there talking to her boyfriend who was standing there.
but you did not go back into your house, yes or no?
No,
Okay, then Miss Larkins came back out without that gun, correct?
she came back out.
Okay, and you and Miss Larkins then proceeded to fight, correct?
No, I was standing there. I thought my phone was still finished. So I was still standing on the common part of the sidewalk. She came out of her house after she put the gun in the house. It was only seconds. So it wasn't like it was minutes went by, there was seconds that went by. She opened the door, ran out in her bra and school skirt with no underwear, bent down, picked up a rock the size of my hand, threw the rock.
Okay, so again, you had time to speak with Miss Larkins' boyfriend, correct?
Can you repeat that?
You had time to speak to Miss Larkins' boyfriend, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you didn't go in your house, correct?
No.
Okay. Miss Larkins allegedly threw things at you, correct? Rocks and signs that was in the yard, Christmas decor, correct?
No, she threw a rock, she threw a metal Santa's mailbox. Then she
That
threw
is Christmas
her,
decor.
then she threw the top to her barbecue.
Okay, it's still Christmas decor. Then after that, the two of you had, got to fighting, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then
She came
after.
Hold on, lady, counsel, really? You need a minute?
No, you're not.
You just answer the questions that are asked. Don't volunteer. Question is,
After the fight, did you go back to your house?
Yes.
Okay. And their police came and spoke to you, correct?
Correct.
Did officers tell you that there was a 911 call of you trying to get in her house? Miss Larkin's house?
No.
Okay, no further questions. Your Honor.
Mr. Muhammad,
Very briefly. How long have you been neighbors with Miss Larkin?
I moved to 16869 Holiday Lane on December 28th, 2022.
So approximately 2 years prior to this incident?
Correct.
Okay. And during that time, how many times would you say, if you know, are you very interactive with this neighbor?
No. From the first time I moved there was pounding on the wall in the living room. We found the strange, my movers came concerned, like what's going on. They left early. As that happened, it continued to get more frequent with the beating on the wall that happens mostly in the bedroom. It happens through the night. After it happened for so long, I then contacted the owner of the condo to ask whether there were any issues with the prior tenant that lived in my residence.
Okay, I guess my question is, have you seen this defendant before?
Yes.
Before this interaction?
Yes,
Okay, and so are you familiar with her face?
yes, I am.
Okay, and that's the same person that individual is, you're the same person that we had in the courtroom?
Yes.
Okay. All right, nothing further.
Any recross?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you can step down, watch your step on my incline ramp.
No further questions.
Thank you. Any defense witnesses? Ms. Tucker?
No defense witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready for argument.
Judge, I'm gonna motion for a binding where I believe the testimony reflects the question of fact for the trier of fact. There actually is rebuttal.
Ms. Tucker, argument?
Yes, Your Honor. I object to the bind over on this, case of, Your Honor. Miss, Macy didn't fear for her life. Miss, Larkins did not step out of her house, Your Honor. Miss Macy stayed outside and waited till Miss Larkins came out in without said gun to where they then proceeded to get into a fist fight, Your Honor. So we object to the bind over.
Mr. Mohammed?
Judge, I believe the testimony by the witness was that she didn't feel in fear. He indicated that there was a gun pointed in her direction, and I believe the testimony reflects a question of fact.
And that was the only testimony put in front of the court. Bound over. AOI 2 weeks from today, 9 a.m. Bond is continued. Good luck downtown, ladies. Do we know if Mr. Bryant is here? Oh,
I believe all,
do we know if the attorney's here?
that I don't know, but I do have all.
The attorney would be Margolis. No shows.
We got everybody here but the defense attorney on this.
What a surprise. You got a phone number?
I think you're good. I was just gonna say, I knew you was gonna get on that.
She didn't get rattled at all. But she objects to the bond over with no testimony.
I didn't hear what she said. Check what she said.
She's trying to talk over me.
She's very, like, she should be getting excited like this. She's an attorney.
Well, just get excited if you want to. Just don't get excited with, no.
Hi, this is Heather calling from 34th District Court Judge Oakley's office. Is Mr. Margolis there? 34th District Court, you had an exam at noon today in our court at 34. Xavier Bryant.
Mind about these two? It's enlightening you.
Yeah, December 30th, you appeared on Zoom and you requested to have today as an exam. Did you speak to your client? His name spoke to his client.
Oh, God. Bring Brian in.
I'm sorry?
Bring Brian in, please.
Okay. Let's bring the prisoner.
He didn't write it in his book, Judge. So what do we do?
We're gonna have to adjourn it.
Correct. We have next week at 1 o'clock.
How's it going? Make sure Muhammad's coming in, would you? We got him. The attorney's on the phone. He's at his office. He forgot to be here today.
You want Muhammad now?
Yeah. We gotta pick another date.
That's, yes, February 12th at 1 o'clock at the 34th District Court in Romulus. And your client is still in custody, so you know. Thank you. It's not, you don't have to tell us you're sorry. You need to contact your defendant. All right, thank you.
Would you like Muhammad in here, Judge?
Yeah, we're ready. Mr. Bryan, just have a seat, sir.
He's aware of the notice, it's just not, it's never going to be in his book.
Mr. Mohammed, your appearance on the People versus Xavier Bryant, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, Mohammed on behalf of the people.
All right. So for the record, this exam date was scheduled on December 19th. Well, Mr. Bryant and his attorney were present.
December 30th.
Oh, December 30th. Yeah, at our last PCC. Heather just called the attorney's office and he forgot to put it on his calendar. So we're going to have to reschedule. Are you available, or whoever your witnesses are they available next Wednesday? We've given counsel a time slot next Wednesday at 1. I just want to make sure your witnesses are present.
You should all be available, Judge.
So the defendant hearing number 1. The court wants to make sure that next.
I just want to make sure you guys aren't in training or on vacation or anything next Wednesday. You're all available?
Yeah.
Gang's all here? Okay. I know where you're at. Sorry. So we'll see you next Wednesday. All right. Questions?
Nothing will be moving.
Would we want representing?
No. Your attorney's not here today because your attorney forgot to put it on his calendar.
I would like no counsel. I have a lawyer that I take part.
You mean you're gonna hire somebody? Have that person file an appearance yesterday. I mean, have them do it soon. All right?
All
right.
We'll have to set for an exam if that's.
Let's leave it there and then the new new attorney can contact you if that's a problem.
Oh,
Right.
uh,
We got to see an appearance before we do anything.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So have the attorney you've hired, have them file an appearance so that everybody in the system can talk to them as your attorney. All right?
I'm hearing you.
I hear you.
You know,
All right.
Whether yes, you sure that I don't have a specific name yet, someone from that company instead of the budget.
Okay. Who'd you just talk to?
Margolis was appointed.
From NDS.
Not, yes.
He's
he
not.
was appointed through the.
Okay.
Indigent.
All right. All right. It wasn't Mr. Margolis. That's not the name?
Rather,
Yeah. That's the guy that you talked to Margolis back in December, right? Okay. So that's who we just talked to that's not here. So if you got somebody else that's coming in, they got to file paperwork. And then he can legally talk to them about it. All right? All right. We'll see you next week.
thank you.
All right. Sorry, guys. Be safe.
Sort of.
Who knows? Yeah. That just kills me.
And
I mean,
he hasn't spoken to his client since.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's gonna, and they're making good money. I mean,